Methamphetamine is a drug that has to be addressed. It is the crisis of our times, and if we don't get a hold of it, we're all in big trouble.
On January 9th, 2007, the community of Northern Nevada fought back against meth. In a historic and unprecedented event, a 30-minute documentary titled Crystal Darkness aired in a roadblock, which meant it was broadcast simultaneously on almost all stations in the area. The publicity leading up to the airing of the program served as a powerful precursor to what lied ahead.
We talked about it extensively, the content of the show, how we would promote it, and really our desire and our job to get viewers to watch it.
I had no idea that there would be as much media coverage for it as there really was.
Special presentation of the documentary Crystal Darkness is our top story.
If you were just joining us tonight, we want to catch you up on the big story we covered.
Thousands of families across Northern Nevada gathered around their televisions tonight to see
I am
firsthand.
Senator John Ensign.
The community turns its attention to the issue of meth abuse tonight with a special documentary airing.
Now on News Channel 8, a powerful film warning against methamphetamine abuse going out.
Crystal Darkness program, and again it airs at 7:30 tonight.
And we told you about the documentary airing here.
A special half-hour documentary will air tomorrow night on all the local TV stations.
Make it a priority. Washoe County has set up a help and abuse intervention line, specifically in response to tonight's program.
So, once again, it's called Crystal Darkness, and it begins at 7:30 tonight.
Highly addictive nature of meth
It
makes
is called
the drug
Crystal
so
Darkness, and it's a
called
joint
Crystal Darkness. The program
focuses Crystal Darkness is going to be running tonight, and experts say this program can provide a teachable moment for parents when they talk with their kids. It is a perfect opportunity to talk with children.
Steiner is live at that call center where volunteers are getting...
People wanted to be a part of that because they didn't want to miss out on something the entire city was going to be a part of.
The excitement that I was tapped into in recovery in the community was like the Super Bowl or something. I mean, it was absolutely awesome.
Finally, with much anticipation, the entire community gathered together to watch Crystal Darkness.
Don't do it just because you're going to lose everything. Sooner or later you're going to end in the streets, in jails and tuitions, or like I almost ended, 6 feet under.
I was a 4.0 GPA student. I lost everything. I lost my scholarship to college. I graduated at 16. It's not worth it. Don't try it, not even once. Please don't hesitate.
Right after Crystal Darkness ended tonight, the calls started pouring in to a newly established
hotline tonight. It looks like the documentary struck, and tonight thousands of eyes were glued to the documentary Crystal Darkness. Well, many of you tuned into Crystal Darkness tonight, a documentary that showed the truth behind methamphetamine.
The documentary Crystal Darkness showed the grime and filth of this poison.
Insight into how big the methamphetamine problem is.
Because of the publicity leading up to the airing of Crystal Darkness, it is believed by many to have been the most watched program in Northern Nevada history.
There's really no way to know for sure because it was not during a ratings time period, but I would venture to guess that it's probably among the top viewed programming in terms of households, definitely.
Based on the amount of buzz that I heard the morning after, I would probably agree with that.
And you know, that was probably one night that every family was together.
Oh, you have families that don't even have dinner together these days, and if you can get them together for something like this, that's an accomplishment.
Crystal Darkness gave us that platform to make that one giant leap, be able to bring everybody together under one common cause to say this is the beginning of the goal.
The results of the historic airing will be realized for years to come, and the campaign is just the beginning. The initial response was dramatic.
The minute the show ended, and we had 23 phone lines with 23 counselors actually talking to either a parent or a child that had been affected by it.
There were 200 calls that came in at the call center that night, but we got well over 100 phone calls from people looking for treatment the next day. I also learned from Washoe County Jail, and they had hundreds of inmates the next day request some kind of treatment or counseling for meth addiction.
In all the classrooms, kids were talking about it. They were talking about it in the hallways. They were discussing what their parents thought. They were discussing with the teachers what the teachers thought.
For those who had been fighting the battle against meth alone, the campaign provided a much welcome response.
Oh, how does it feel when you're down to your last bullet and getting ready to swing your rifle, and here comes 500 cavalry over the horizon?
This is a community effort now. It's not just us waving, our little flags and saying, please, take this seriously.
The community started coming to life on this thing, and when the show finally aired, I heard nothing but good comments.
It's been tremendous. It's been literally, there hasn't been a day since the program that I haven't had at least 2 conversations with somebody about the effectiveness on how that program touched their lives.
And I think it sends a message to the community that we are a united front. We are not going to stand for this. We're going to protect our children, protect our families, and that was the message that it sent.
What was accomplished in basically 3 days, it has to be one of the most successful things ever happened.
One of the most significant positive effects of the campaign was that it brought the community together in the fight against meth.
It was time that this community got together in a powerful way, in a collective way, to impact a very serious problem.
But I've never seen anything bring the community together as this event did.
Oh, the absolute best community builder and binder that I've participated in.
If you wanted to see a textbook example of community mobilization, this was it.
The key ingredient to the success of the Crystal Darkness campaign was the generous commitment by local broadcasters to air the program in the form of a donated roadblock.
It changed the whole focus, and it became kind of like a snowball rolling downhill. It just gathered momentum and just kept getting, and you really couldn't stop it.
It was a little concerning because obviously there are revenue considerations to think about and so forth, and there's programming commitments that we already have, whether it be through our network affiliations or through syndicated programming. But when you think about it and you look at what the program was and the need in the community for education and heightened awareness on methamphetamine use and abuse, the only answer was to do a roadblock.
I was really proud to see the broadcasters in the market and the cable company and the newspaper, all agree that it was a big enough issue to get the message out.
Reno is a community that has, I think, a lot of heart, and I think that you'll find the broadcasters almost to a person here are people that care about their community.
To have the opportunity to pull all those people together, this has to be the best results and the most feedback that I've ever gotten for anything that we've been involved in.
This is one of the top 1 or 2 positive impact stories that I've experienced in my 30 years in the business.
Since the broadcast, Secret Witness has been contacted by cities throughout the nation and is offering to assist other communities in hosting their own Crystal Darkness campaign.
I think what we've done is create a blueprint, a model for other communities in the nation to follow.
We have been able to package something that any community can repackage, and it's totally transferable.
I think what this is an opportunity for communities all over the country to show what partnerships can do.
I think this program can be a catalyst to any community. It really can be.
And any other jurisdictions, any other places that are looking at doing something like this would be crazy not to do it. It really carries the message out there, and it gets the message to the people like we've never been able to do.
I highly encourage other TV stations to be involved.
The consequences of not getting involved are immense.
And in the words of my mentor, let's get it on. Do it. You're remiss if you don't.
My message to any governor, to any state leader, any legislator, any community leader, call me. We'll be there to help.